Hi everyone, welcome back to Portfolitics 1.0. This is our first lesson in our second project. In this project, we are going to be taking a look at Olist Sales Funnel Web App. Olist is an e-commerce platform that connects small businesses to major marketplaces in browsing. However, many potential customers drop off at various stages of the funnel, leading to lost revenue opportunities. The goal of this project is to analyze the Olist sales funnel, identify bottlenecks, where leads drop off, and provide insights to optimize conversion rates. We'll be using Python and Streamlit to visualize the sales pipeline and also to track some key metrics and suggest data-driven strategies to improve customer acquisition and performance. When we talk about sales funnel is simply a visual representation like this that shows steps that a potential buyer takes to become a customer. And the stages are as follows: from awareness stage, down to the consideration stage, then down to the conversion stage, then finally the loyalty and the advocacy. The awareness stage particularly shows the potential buyer becomes aware. It's just a stage in which the potential buyer becomes aware of the products or services. Let's take, for instance, you are selling clothes, you are running a clothing store. You might aware your customer through various medium of advertisements, whether Google AdSense, television advertisements, through radio advertisements, and the likes. What you are simply doing in that stage, you are simply creating some awareness so that your customer will know what you are doing, that is what you are into. This stage is called the awareness stage. After the awareness stage, next is the consideration stage. In this stage, the potential buyer becomes interested in the products or services you are rendering. That is, after they've heard about your name, okay, they knew that, okay, this particular vendor is selling clothes, so they want to know more. Okay, which type of clothes are they selling? Did they have the size of my clothes, or did they have the type of the clothing I want? All those suggestions shows that your customer is considering buying your product. That's the consideration stage. In this stage, the buyers become interested in your products and your services. Likewise, in this stage, the buyer also potentially evaluates your products and services with respect to their needs, whether it suits them or not. Then after this stage, we move to the conversion stage, and this is the most critical stage of the funnel. Conversion stage simply push the buyer to take action and purchase the products. Here's where you make your money from as a business. After the awareness stage, consideration stage, if you can able to drag your customer down to the conversion stage, definitely they are buying your product. The next stage after the conversion stage is the loyalty stage. Whereas for this stage, the customer becomes a loyal customer. As in, the customer becomes a loyal customer to your products or your services. They love your brand, they love your products, and they are willing to buy more from you. Then after this loyalty stage, then the customer, they become your advocate. They advocate for your products. They tell their family, they tell their friend about your product, how good it is. They help you in marketing your product to others, to their relatives, to their friends. So that means if you can reach this stage of loyalty and advocacy, they will be the one iterating this process for you again. They will be the one to create that awareness for any potential customer again. Then from there, they can also consider your products. Then they can also help you in converting and loyalty. That's how the sales cycle goes on and on. So for this project, we are going to be making use of some workflow. For the project workflow, we are going to be fetching the data sets for the project's Cargo API. Here we will learn how to fetch a data set from an API. Then aside that, we'll also be cleaning the data sets using Python on our Jupyter notebook. All the data cleaning process, we'll be explaining it in here. Then afterward, we'll be computing some key sales metric. For a sales funnel, there are some key metric that you have to consider. For instance, analyzing the customer behavior, to know which type of customers are patronizing us, and also analyzing the conversion rate, the conversion rate. Also, by tracking the conversion trend over time to know whether our product is really converting or not. All these metrics are very important and others when tracking a sales funnel. Then after that, we'll convert our Jupyter Notebook to a Python script using VS Code. Then finally, we build a Streamlit dashboard. So we'll be using Streamlit as our data app software to visualize the dashboard. All these processes will be automated in such a way that whenever there is a new entry in our data set, the API simply updates the new entries into our data sets, and from there, the app scripts will automate the cleaning process for us. Then from there, it calculates the different matrices that we want for our funnel. Afterward, the matrices are being displayed on the dashboard, and also we can access the dashboard in real time using Streamlit, and this makes it easier for anyone to access the dashboard irrespective of where they are. That's all for the overview of the project. In the next lesson, we are going to be taking a look at how to fetch the datasets using the API, using the Cargo API. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video.